9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much for all the views out there. Anyone who liked and shared it, we are so happy that you liked it and you shared it. Continue to do it. Your support means so much, and we just want to say thank you. So, if you don't know about Tears Podcast, what we do is we rank anything and everything. And there's a couple rounds we go through. We're going to list our picks so you, the viewers, can vote. So make sure you vote. The links are always in the descriptions or our bios. Watch out for ticks. Ticks are punishments. You'll see those throughout the episode as our moderator, Simeon, gives us ticks. And have fun and enjoy. Thanks so much, guys.
All right. We're excited. We're excited because this is the first week that we have actual results from the listeners and from the people and from the viewers. So
I better not be there. Right?
Don't worry. That's not it. I'm building for suspense here, all right? So as you can see on the sheet up here, we have Stephen, Lewis, Arvin, and AJ, okay? In fourth place, all right? Let's just start scrolling down. We have AJ with 1 vote.
I was shocked. I thought for sure I was getting last place.
AJ received 1.4% of the votes. All right, that's one.
Party
so
planning
fourth place.
led that vote.
Yeah, I think the party planning killed your.
Yep.
That's fine. And the injury, faking an injury.
Faking an injury is a good one.
Okay. In third place, we have Arvin.
You know what? I had Seth Burke's vote. That's all that matters.
He didn't get family in there. He got mixed in, okay?
Yeah.
So that means we're going to go straight to first. We're not going to do second. We're going to go straight to first. Are you guys feeling a little nervous?
Oh, God.
Get this win.
I just want to win.
Okay. And your first preseason week 1 winner of Tears Podcast official is Lewis Donistor.
King, baby.
35 votes, capturing half of them. Stephen with 27.
We got a lot of ground to cover, boys.
Got a lot of ground. You got to promote that stuff. I want to say one quick thing. Thank you for all the people that voted for me. Awesome. Keep doing that.
I'm gutted.
Got it. Oh, I feel so good. Champion.
And just one more thing, guys.
I can't imagine how that person
1 vote out of 69. Oh, Lord.
I really thought the social media presence would bring it home for me. It just didn't work, you know?
All right, so here's what happened is that Lewis gets to pick the order of the discussion for opening statements because that will set up where people go, and then that also picks the same order of the closing statements in between the open discussions. So, Lewis, go ahead and pick the order for us, and then I'll get into the topic.
All right, I'm going to do Arvin first, me second, Stephen third, AJ fourth.
All right. He's giving AJ the last, and he's letting AJ go last. Arvin gets first, you said?
Arvin gets first. I only did that just because usually I feel like people want to go last, but I feel like we're going to overlap this week.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to get my points out quick so it doesn't look like
I got you. Okay.
A little bit strategy up here.
Yeah, there is. Inside strategy. I feel you.
Yeah.
All right. So this week's topic is the worst 3 skills to put on a job resume. Like, you know how you have a resume and then you have the bottom section of like special skills or other things you want your employer to know. What are the worst 3 to put in that category? Okay. I have most of the gentlemen's picks. Minus your, I guess, week 1 champion. So Lewis starts off with a tick.
Love it.
Starting off strong, baby.
Starting off hot. Okay.
Consistency.
So, yeah. So he gave it to Arvin. So I'm going to get the clock ready. And Arvin, you'll have 90 seconds. Go ahead and take it away.
All right, number 3. Pretty cool skill to have. Would love if I could do it. But it's not a good skill to have on a resume. I can cut my own hair. That's tough.
Very good.
Number 2. We live in the 21st century. Everyone should be proficient with computers. What happens if you see someone put, I'm proficient in Google? I I know how to find answers that you ask. Ask me anything. Google can answer it. Number 1.
Forget. I wish you.
Oh man.
Languages are awesome. It looks so good when you list Spanish, Italian, French, Latin as a language. But English, you don't need to list English.
So
I'm proficient in English. Okay. Those are my 3.
all right. So you cleared 90 seconds. You're good there. Just to clarify, your first one, proficient in English. As a
Proficient
skill?
in English.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
is a skill. Like, you can speak Spanish,
Yeah. For a not. Yeah, but I
but
see
on
we
a
are.
resume,
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I got it. All right. That was 90 seconds. He falls under there good. Lewis, you have the second spot. What are your top 3 picks?
I
And
thought we were gonna definitely put realistic
Go-
top 3 picks
okay.
on here. Like,
Yeah.
no one is gonna put
Proficient in English.
But okay,
Yeah,
let's
cutting
talk
your hair.
one time. Number 3 is
Okay.
realistically proficient in Excel, Word, anything like that. People put that all the time on there, and unless you are a legitimate pro, someone will be like, okay, I took C4. Block C4 minus block B4 and drag it down so it applies to all fields and think that they're an Excel god, and that's just ridiculous. Number 2, I put communication skills. Obviously, they're going to know if you have good communication skills when you're getting interviewed. If they can see you're stuttering, just like I just did right there. And if I put good communication skills, they're going to be like, that's total crap. You're a liar. And number 1, I have... I'm playing just like Arvin.
Grab your phone.
So, a language that you took in high school.
I'm assuming a foreign language.
Foreign language that you took in high school, not English, Arvin. Spanish. I took 4 years of Spanish in high school, and the only thing I know is Puedo Luz or Puedo Urbano, or I don't even know. See, don't even know anything. Paga Luz is turn off the lights, and because I sat next to a light switch. That's the only reason I know that. So Miss Nafish just hounded me. Hey, Paga Luz. I'm like, all right, bet. And those are my top 3.
All right. You also survived the 90 seconds. Very good. Steven, you're at number 3. And as Steven's going here, I'm going to make some adjustments. So ready, set, go.
Alrighty. As Arvin mentioned, and I don't know, I can't believe anyone would ever think we're in the 23rd century. That person must be an absolute moron. But we're in the 21st century, and the worst thing you can put, this is number 3, is typing.
Yeah.
Don't put typing as a skill, okay? You want this job. You want to work for Apple. You want to work for Aeropostale. You want to work for that company, okay? It's a keyboard. We all know how to do it. Second pick. Shouts out to my boy Lewis. No one cares about the language you took in high school. Absolutely no one. Clearly, Lewis and I were looking at some of the same websites. But no one cares. That's such a good one. No one cares about your 5, words you can say in Spanish or French, okay? You went to high school. Congratulations. And if you didn't, congratulations. Number 1. And there are some tools out there that do this, I promise you. Do not put, the worst thing you can put on your resume is commissioner of a fantasy football league.
Oh my God.
You will be,
I mean,
there's people out there. I don't have to further explain, I think my time, I'll get into it later. Those are my 3.
All right, you clear it. That's going to be interesting because, you could play the angle of like, oh, well, they're being sarcastic. So look, they have a sense of humor, but
Or-
maybe our...
Leadership skills.
True, could be a leader. Okay. Final opening statements here for AJ. He has 90 seconds on the clock, and take it away, sir.
all right, number 3. I also think not a good idea to put languages that you took in high school
Hey,
on
there
your
we
resume.
go. Okay.
There's a lot of overlap, but let me just hammer home. I took Germany 3 years in high school. If you dropped me off in the middle of Germany right now, I would not be able to communicate. I wouldn't know what they were saying. Don't lie about a foreign language that you are absolutely not fluent in. Number 2, outdated technology skills. I was a little more general, but I wrote down, no one needs to know how many words a minute you can type. That was cool 20 years ago. No one needs to know that you can save a Word doc. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We all know how to do that. Leave that off your resume. Number 1. And this is definitely, out of all that have been listed, this is easily the worst. General descriptors like hustler, go-getter, motivator, team player. You, sir, or ma'am, looking at you ladies, no one cares. You're a go-getter? Great. I mean, we all want to be. So that's my number 1.
All right. That was okay. Very good. It was also a minute and 31 seconds.
You know what?
91 seconds. So you got a tick, but you're 1 second over. That's okay. It's just one. You have a few to give.
Is hustler a skill?
Yeah.
Honestly, yes.
I don't know.
I guarantee there's a resume out there with a hustler on it.
Yeah, that's,
and that's great.
that's motivated. Work at
Grind.
McDonald's,
Grind
shift.
Yeah. Grinder.
Yeah.
Hustler. I
Hustle every
grind.
day. Yeah. And those are the picks of the gentlemen. Great job, guys. Okay. So now we're going to talk about it. We have a lot of interesting picks up there, and we are going to see if any of these gentlemen can persuade the listeners and the people of Tears Podcast.
I mean, I just to point out, most of my friend Arvin's picks are illegitimate.
Mm.
No one would ever put that on a resume. Cut my hair. What else was it?
Google search.
Google search?
I think that's
If you
pretty
can pull up
fun.
one resume in the history of resumes that have Google search or cut my hair on it, then that's fine. I'm wrong, but there is no way people actually put that. I just thought when we were doing this is going to be like legitimate, halfway at least intelligent people putting things on a resume. I could have easily put, wipe my own butt in the bathroom.
Football league is very realistic.
I'm coming to that because that's insane. Commissioner, hey, management skills aside, all that kind of stuff, but commissioner of a football league is a little too far fetched. So since y'all like to team up and y'all like to take each other's backs, I'm gonna group you all into the same thing. That's
I'm
unrealistic.
surprised you weren't vague with your answer. I know how you like to be vague.
And also,
Vague,
talk about teaming up.
Situational.
Hold on here. Lewis just said we got to gang up on Arvin. What else? What else is teaming up by we got to gang up?
Well, but that's
Preemptive.
That's a preemptive team up.
Yeah, Lewis.
Preemptive team up. It's not the same. Not the same. We're not actually doing it. Just floating the idea.
Yeah.
You can do it if you
As
want.
you attack me.
As you attack me.
But here's the thing: it's the worst skills to put on your resume.
Yeah.
And
I agree, Lewis.
Okay,
Being able to say I cut my own hair is a terrible skill to put on my resume.
That's why you thought of it.
I thought it was within reason, but I guess
I think what Lewis is saying is that it's so bad, but it's so bad that no one would ever actually realistically put that on a resume anyway.
Okay,
You could say
resumes?
I'm good at folding my bed sheets.
Are we walking the
No one
yellow
would
brick
ever
road?
actually put that. So
Let me
that's
give-
why
let me give a
you
little
may not
pushback.
think it's the strongest choice for top 3.
I've seen some horrible skills on resumes. I'm just not going to put it past someone for doing Google search. I'm not going to put it past someone for doing, what did you say? What was your first one?
Go getter, hustler.
Hustler. I guarantee that's on there. And
Right. That's
and
what makes my list better.
well, you're not
Because
going to
there's
also
more of
put
that.
commissioner of a fantasy football league either. So, I mean, don't put it past anyone for these excuses. But the beautiful thing about this podcast is you, the viewer, get to decide what is the worst, what is the most legitimate.
I will bet you a tick that soon you can find something more ridiculous.
Oh, that's
Are we taking that to
Cut
the
my
next
hair.
episode? No, I'm not going to do
we
that.
can do that right now.
There's some ignorant
Yeah.
people out in the
We
world
could
because I won't
gamble a
argue
tick.
that.
We could gamble a tick.
You're not going to argue it, but you have an issue with my pick.
No.
I'll take the tick. I don't
You'll-
even care. You don't challenge me and get away with it. I know I'm going to lose.
Okay.
Tick me up.
All right, let's do
Find
this.
something crazy.
So I guess I'm Google searching weirdest things on resumes.
Worst. Let's stick with worst.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
stick with worst.
While you're searching it up, last week there seemed to be some misunderstanding that I was supporting Arvind. Not
Misunderstand.
not what it was. I just want to glorify and respect good picks when I see it, and I think AJ's pick of Hustler is freaking fantastic.
It was
trying to
general
butter me up
description.
this week.
Yeah, butter you up.
That is a great
Placate me with his compliments.
Another team up. Do I spell that?
I'm not falling for it, Lewis. Don't worry.
There you
Don't
go.
worry.
I just
Wait a second. But
I
you
just-
saying you're not falling for it to Lewis. Does that make you team up with Lewis?
Oh. Team up.
Lewis might have double crossed me.
He's
I didn't
looking
think
for the
about
fist
that.
bump.
Under the table fist.
He's looking for the fist
whoa,
bump.
he's-
I just want to support my friends.
Take him up.
I just want to champion. I want to champion each and every one of you.
Hey, I am a champion. I won the first week, so crown me.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely giving you a tick. So here's a resume.
Jeez.
Qualifications. Someone put leadership, and then under that they put founded one of the best RuneScape clans in history with over 400 members and 300 billion total experience
First of
points.
all, there's nothing
That
wrong
takes
with
a lot. That's a
RuneScape.
lot of
Nothing wrong with-
management skills.
Okay.
That's also networking.
Is
That
that
hit on
worse?
for you?
Is that worse or better than cutting your hair?
Oh, we're impressed with that all of a sudden? That's
I mean,
a terrible
that's
thing to
pretty
put on a
nice
resume.
network.
That's management skills. What does cutting your own hair have to do with anything other than
It's-
yourself and be able to look in the mirror?
Okay.
Eye hand coordination, yeah. If you're in the steel plant, welding things all day, maybe. But
Take him up.
Yeah, he gets a tick for
all
that.
right, whatever. 2 ticks. Let's go.
Can we get one more?
Whiffle.
One more tick for me?
No, one more worst.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need
Gosh,
one more.
worst. Yeah.
Look,
Let me
RuneScape
keep
takes some
doing it.
bank management skills for one. Okay?
Roonies.
You can't keep all your iron ore, mithril ore,
Were you a Rooney?
coal.
I would.
You got to figure out what you want, and you got to rid of what you don't want.
It sounds like Arvin. Hold on.
I bet it's sick that he played RuneScape for at least 24 hours.
I was going to say, it sounds like you're saying RuneScape is a better pick than your pick.
No.
Yeah, it does sound like to me.
Just-
That's management
No,
skills.
he's saying it's stronger than that. He's making the
saying
opposite point.
it's a great
Oh,
game.
yeah.
A lot of these that have come up here too is they've said do not put social media skills on resumes.
How many followers you have?
Yeah,
That would not be good.
that's
I
terrible.
searched the same thing because it said depending on what.
So I
job
can't
Because if you're
put
marketing, you might want to
Tears
put that.
pod.
A special skill: cooking pasta.
Okay, well I'll
See?
take the tick.
More
I'll take
ridiculous.
the tick. I'll take the tick.
Take him
Fine.
up.
Yeah, you get
Fine.
All right. I think we need to focus, though, on how good my picks are.
This isn't the last segment.
I'm just saying.
What are we doing?
Let's
What are
move.
we talking
Let's
about?
move the conversation. Wow, Steven, typing was the most basic out of all Excel, Google searches. There are people out there that don't even know what Google is. Okay, so that seems pretty advanced. I think typing is less advanced, which in return would make it worse.
He had general descriptions.
You can't get to Google if you don't know how to type.
I mean, if you can't type, then you can't apply for a job. So, I don't think that holds up.
Well, but what if you
My mom typed
what
it
if you
for me.
handwrite your resume? You could handwrite something,
Or
right?
if you use voice dictation.
Can
on
we
the
Google
keyboard.
that? The
Yeah.
first person to ever handwrite a resume
There's no way.
before 1900s.
Okay, so Steven's actually just saying that if you aren't able to type,
You don't deserve
you
a
don't
job.
deserve a job. Is what
That's
he's
messed up.
Ouch!
I wait.
Ouch!
I did not
That
say
is
that.
messed
Yeah,
up.
That's a big accusation.
That is.
Saying
said
that?
I
suggesting.
mean, tick
I
for
am not-
attacking the people,
I'm not saying that. And to get the heat off of me,
Oh, here he comes.
Arvin specifically mentioned English. I just want to make sure that all of our Latin America listeners, Spanish speakers, people who live in Brazil that speak Portuguese,
A
French,
couple Korean.
German, all languages are acceptable.
I
So
agree, Steven. Especially
Unless-
since you're talking to someone whose English was his second language. Thank you for
Say that.
reminding
Say
me.
that in Spanish if you
Like
really
I don't
feel
know
that.
that.
so I'm just saying, I don't think putting English is the worst.
Sounds like a team up again.
Mm,
Goodness gracious.
I mean,
We're gonna have to separate these.
Wait, what do you? I just said I don't think English is the
No,
worst
he
thing to
was-
put on a resume.
Oh,
That
Would
just
you?
went
Hey,
right
confusing
over.
best and worst.
Hey, would you?
confusing.
You see the things that are over your? These things are called earmuffs.
That's a personal
So
attack.
if you could
Yeah,
just,
that's.
I mean, I'm not
yeah.
trying to persuade the
No.
commissioner, but
Very
I
patronizing.
feel I'm sweating.
Patronizing, however you
sweating
say it.
right now because I
it's
feel so bad.
patronizing.
Take
but
him
it's
up.
not- It's not insultive.
Okay.
Well, he
Insulted.
patronized me too.
Yeah. Well, double double patronizing, maybe.
So warning and another warning equals a
Take them up.
a
tip.
tick.
Vote for me for sure. But I already won one. The very first official podcast that came out.
That was a preseason.
That's
Preseason,
kinda- yeah.
still official. Still came out. Preseason dub.
Who won?
First one ever
Who
aired.
won preseason player of the year this year in the NBA?
Oh,
Is there one of those in the NBA? No, okay. I don't think there is.
Listen,
one.
Lewis.
Oh, let's fact check you on that.
You don't want to put too much stock into the first week, okay? You know,
Hey, this is going to carry
a lot
over.
can change.
I know I have a very committed and loyal fan group out there of my whole, 35 voters. They're going to vote for me every week.
And this is to you, the listener, just to repeat, and we can always replay this. Lewis just said, I don't care if I win this week.
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh.
He's out here fighting for
Think
you.
about that.
Confident.
He's out here fighting for you, and he doesn't
Not
care
confident.
about this episode.
Confident.
I just want you to address that as you view the previous week's
Point
champion.
was, I just, as much as you love me, I love you too. But no, these
I don't
picks, there's
think
too
that-
many that are like, they all relate to the other
Well, we can't agree that the posting high school
languages.
is a flop.
Horrible.
That sounds like we're all
Yeah.
unanimously.
That is a
Yeah.
flop. We can agree.
We cannot agree on getting your hair cut. by
We
yourself.
can agree that
It is a very bad skill.
outdated
Technology.
basic
skills.
technology skills are awful. And we all can agree that putting commissioner of a fantasy football league is the absolute worst.
Yeah,
What's worse?
actually,
No.
if you go through this, the four number ones between you four they're starkly different. Proficient in English, which is Arvin's. AJ's general descriptors. Lewis, foreign language in high school, and Stephen, commissioner of a fantasy football league. AJ, real quick to you, like what? So these general descriptors, what were you thinking of when you thought that? Like the hustler, the
Yeah, go-getter.
go-getter?
All of the, I'm trying to think of a nice way to put this.
Humble.
Humble.
You wouldn't want your boss to be like, hey, that guy's got spunk.
Those are the kind of words, and we all know when you say like those phrases, we all know what comes to mind. If you have to say that you're a
Right.
humble grinder who hustles, maybe you're not.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe
A little bit of projection
Mm,
there. Okay.
making
all
a
right.
point for me. I love it.
Proficient in English. Moving on the list here. I mean, I think it's a solid pick. I know you guys are debating it, but if we're assuming that since we're all listening and talking in English and you're proficient, like I don't know, what do you?
I think if I were a boss and I looked at that, I would just be generally confused.
Exactly. What? Bad pick.
No,
We
when
gotta
I
get to the point where they're just totally like confusing. No one would ever put this on a resume pick versus like bad picks. So we're saying it's so bad, then you're like exactly bad pick. But I could have been like wiping my own butt, shoveling dirt, and
You could have.
dart throwing.
you
could
could
have.
have.
That is my best three picks.
could've.
Why didn't you pick him?
Because I thought we were thinking of a realistic
I mean,
chance of like us four going to an interview.
Yeah.
Dart throwing would be great if you're working at a bar.
Can we?
Butt wiping would be
people
great
put
if you were a nurse
language
care home worker.
proficiencies-
Like
Right.
these are great.
So
You
then
just
that's
listed
everything.
great things.
That's everything, man.
Look, people list language proficiencies on resumes.
Yeah.
That's why I think the number one as English, you're proficient in English.
Has anyone ever done that
When-
though?
All right, but
America.
here's the way I think of it.
Absolutely.
What would be like an automatic disqualifier? Saying that you took 3 years of Spanish, or if you say good at English. If it were me, I would be like, I don't even know what good at English means.
I said
I don't even know what that
proficient.
means. I'm just gonna act like I didn't see.
Proficient.
Sorry, my bad.
He
My
did,
bad.
he did say proficient at English. If you say I'm good at English, I'm not even sure if that's grammatically correct.
No, I
in
didn't.
I'm
English.
good at English.
Is it? Yeah.
You know who's not proficient in English? AJ.
Okay.
that's
That's
a
a
straight
per-
personal attack.
All right.
That's a tick.
Oh man.
Okay, and then moving to Stevens, a commissioner of a fantasy football league as your number one.
Just think about all the guys out there that just exhaust football talk.
Oh, girls can't play fantasy football?
They can absolutely. I'm thinking
that's-
specifically. I'm thinking specifically a dude in my mind though. So if you're a commissioner of any fantasy football league and you take pride in that, to put it on your resume as leadership skills, I think you're just a tool, really.
Would you
come
accept-
at me?
Would you accept the critique that maybe you could have made it like third, not first?
No, it's absolutely the worst.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
He's
that
saying
addresses that.
it's worse than language in high school and typing.
Absolutely.
Hmm.
What would you just imagine? Close your eyes for me.
Nope.
Nope.
They didn't give you consent.
You're a boss. You're going through their resume. You see Commissioner of Football League.
I love it.
What are you thinking?
I love it.
What against
On a skill. Just first
Okay.
one.
If one applicant had Commissioner of Football League and the other one had typing, I would get rid of the person that said typing first.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly,
Yep,
management
I
of
agree.
even though it is silly,
Oh wow! Wait a
you
second.
can manage
So the three of
a
you
group
agree?
of people. People are obviously harping at you every single
Yep.
day about rules and regulations.
You
but
good
you're
under
not
pressure.
taking that good under pressure because you're pressured during that.
Lewis
That's
would
a
know
good
about
pick.
harping at a commissioner too, because in our fantasy football league, he's on our commissioner.
All right, I'd like to.
Can
I'd
I
like to
shout
bring
out
this
our
up.
commissioner?
Maybe not. I'd like to bring this up. So AJ made a point, and then the three of you all agree to that point pretty strongly. So does that make Stevens commissioner of a fantasy football league a hot take?
Yes.
Hold on.
I'm
Maybe.
not, I'm not
Absolutely
saying-
Can we
not.
vote on it?
Absolutely
vote on
not.
it?
I mean,
But if he does, he's got to split it with
Remember
the old haircut
the
over
grace.
here.
I don't know.
I
They're trying to call
don't
him the
think so.
favors.
okay,
Boom.
Because-
Oh my team
No,
up.
my
Because-
point was I thought it
Team
should be
up.
like third
Yeah.
on your list,
Yeah.
not first.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
That was my critique of it.
Okay, whatever.
The great thing is the people decide.
yeah.
So
Yep,
that's in
absolutely
question, but can we please focus in on cutting hair? What?
Yeah, you won't let that one die.
no.
I can't.
No,
it's so
gonna harp on
random.
it the
It's
whole
so bad.
episode.
Walking.
It's so
I
bad.
could be like, oh, I'm proficient at walking.
Yeah, you
Okay,
could've.
all right. What's worse, cutting his number 3, cutting
Bad
his
for
own
the
hair, or
topic.
number 2, Google search engine proficiency?
I mean, you could twist that. You could be like, I'm a professional at research. I'm a great researcher. Research is a bunch of,
Okay.
stuff. And
Yeah,
it's
but
a-
True.
But
Google
business
typing
world.
in phrases into Google is not what you mean.
How else do you learn anything? How else did you figure out how to pick your top 3 today? You Googled something.
I actually did not Google any of mine.
Oh,
creativity.
Okay, well, I don't believe it. Fine.
You know-
I mean, you don't have to Google yours. You just pick the most. Never
The
mind.
worst
I'm done.
ones. Yeah.
The worst ones for this topic, not the same as the worst things to put on an application.
It seems like Arvin's got you beat.
Oh, whatever.
we'll let the people decide that one.
It's a
I'm
moral
1-0.
It's a moral victory for me.
I'm 1-0. It's fine.
Like having Seth vote for me.
Oh, you want to talk
I know
about
that hurt.
Seth voting for
So
him?
tough.
His own Steve. It's almost hard to vote for this guy. His own father, Steve Burks, voted for mine.
Mm.
You got to keep up with the vagueness.
Yeah, your own father betrayed you.
Own father and son betrayed him. That's
Ouch.
I just want to take the time to say whoever voted for me.
the one person, probably Leo. Probably.
Was it Leah or was it
It
AJ?
very well could have been Leah. It very well could have
Did
been
you
Leah.
vote?
I did not vote.
AJ, you didn't even vote on our own podcast.
AJ, you could have doubled
No
your
bias.
count.
Yeah.
How
No
could you ever
bias.
even win this if you're not even,
Hey.
Did you vote for yourself?
Of course I voted for myself.
What? Who else going to vote for?
What type
Me.
of election is this? No, it's not rigged. You can
Oh.
vote for
Did Donald
yourself.
Trump, Joe Biden, and Barack Obama vote for themselves? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
You
Think about
know,
that one.
like this is more important than our presidential election.
Next time, just give yourself more credit than you deserve, AJ.
Hey, I just wanted to say that one person.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout
if you
out
want me
them.
to buy you dinner,
Let
Whoa,
us know.
hold on, don't bribe your voters now. Don't dip into that territory.
That's on.
cash payments.
That's-
Yeah.
We gotta make a rule about that.
Yeah.
You can't. You can't
That's
bribe.
almost
fair.
tick worthy.
No
Hey,
dinner.
First one, I was gonna be like, whoever votes for me is getting Venmo'd $1. I was gonna do that. You can start off.
Did
when
you
we
say
have-
Well,
that?
you say that, but
I wanted to, but I feel like I probably would have got stricken down pretty
Yeah.
instantaneously.
I feel like
for
that would be worth a tick.
Yeah, that'd be a colluding tick.
All right, let's go to some closing statements here. We'll go back to the order, which is Arvin, Lewis, Steven, and AJ. You have 90 seconds to last-ditch effort, persuade the people on why you think your picks. And before everybody does them, I'll give a quick review. So we have Arvin at number 1. His pick, number 3, was cut my own hair, followed by number 2, Google search engine proficient. And then number 1 is proficient in English. Arvin, you got 90 seconds.
For number 3, I would just like to thank Lewis so much for giving me so much support. So much. He backed my pick probably for half the podcast. Number 2, search engine proficiency. Everyone knows how to look up stuff on Google.
Yeah.
Number 1, everyone puts a language as a skill. English is not a good language to put as your skill.
Yeah.
Proficient in English. No. Those are my 3.
All right.
Vote for me.
I think he made it very clear. He's saying that, yeah, the language in high school thing, you all kind of put that. That's terrible. But English trumps all of that. We'll see if the people think that's true too. Lewis, you're up. And number 2 here. Your number 3 pick was proficient in like Microsoft suites. So, PowerPoint, Excel, those types of things. Number 2 is communication skills. And number 1 was foreign language in high school. You have 90 seconds.
Just want to open up by saying literally no one critiqued mine in this group. No one said anything about proficient skills in the Microsoft suites. No one said anything at all about communication skills. And everyone agreed with foreign language high school. No one critiqued mine tonight. Nobody. At all.
It's because they're not bad picks.
That's
freaking
interruption.
sick.
That
Oh
is
my
a take.
God, I went
That's
10
an
seconds.
interruption.
Added on to my closing statement.
Okay, I'll give you 5 more. Go ahead.
Just train of
continue.
thought's totally gone. I just got attacked. Yeah, that's what I want to start off by saying. No one even questioned it at all. Not even a little bit. Didn't have to ask the question, didn't have to do anything. Those are bad. Those are the worst ones. I thought for absolute surety, if that's even a word.
Mm-hmm. Stop it. Keep going.
Okay. We were going to pick realistic options. You could pick anything you want. So this is for my friend Arvin. I could have picked anything. Shoveling dirt, wiping butts, anything. Thought we were doing realistic, professional, bad skills you can put on there. So you could put anything on there. So that's why all of his picks are invalid. And you should just vote for me. Endorsed by Louis Donstorg, the previous winner. Bam.
That extra little bam you got in the end, those extra little things put you over at 90 seconds, even with the 10 that I gave you. So
90 seconds. That's right on top. 90 seconds it.
Yeah, you went 90 over with that last little 90. Lewis, bang.
I went 90 seconds over?
No, you went over 90 seconds. You were at 95. Even with
over
the,
90.
Yeah.
Well, that's a whiff ball.
Those finger guns will get you.
If you hadn't done finger guns, you would have survived the 90 seconds at the end.
I'm a man. I could take it.
Okay.
I'm a woman. I could take it. Women are tough.
Women are tough.
Way
All
to save
right.
yourself.
Tougher than men.
So then number 3 is Steven. His picks include number 3, typing as a skill to put down. Number 2, language in high school. And number 1, commissioner of a fantasy football league. You have 90 seconds.
Viewers of Tears Podcast. Thank you so much for watching. You're smart. You're educated. You have a great personality. Man, you voted for Lewis. We had to help him get his first win. Arvin, AJ, they had all great picks. We all agreed on some things. The important thing is picking the absolute worst skills to have. And by putting commissioner of a fantasy football league on your resume as a skill, puts you at the top list of the worst things, which is the topic, by the way, of skills on a resume. Thank you so much. We'll see you all next week.
Well, that's not the end of the episode because AJ still has to go. But yeah, but I appreciate what you're doing there. Placating to the people. That's the point.
Paddle, dude. I'm not hyped about that.
AJ, number 4, last but not least, his 3 picks were number 3, high school language. Number 2, outdated tech skills like Google or Microsoft or those other things, or typing words per minute. You really did hate on words per minute. You didn't like that at all.
Yeah.
And then number 1, general descriptors like hustler, overachiever,
I'm on my grind.
work too hard.
I work too hard.
So 90 seconds. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I want to start off with number 1 is I can tell that Simeon likes my number 1 pick more than anyone else's because he keeps adding to the list of words that I didn't even think of. So Hey, if Simeon likes it, you guys probably like it too. Number 2, outdated technology skills. Other people had bits and pieces of outdated technology skills. I'm the only one that brought it all together. So that's why that's strong. Number 3, language skills. I don't think that English really counts in the same vein as that, but nonetheless, do not put a foreign language that you studied for 2 years in high school as your skill. Good.
All right, there it is. He clears 90
And vote
seconds
for me.
as well.
Vote for him.
All right, everybody, you've heard their picks. They'll be posted so you can decide, and we will go find a week 2 winner. We want to thank you guys for listening. Catch you next week.
Shit, I won't.
Let's do it.
Like these, bro.
Let's do it. Ready? Watch out, Steven. Go.
I'm not even gonna flinch. I don't even care.
Ooh, that came off the shoulder blade.
Literally right in the fat of the back of the fucking arm. God. God.